There was a time in my life when I was looking for answers by reading all those smart books and studying a lot of stuff in my head. And it worked in those terms that I got to know a lot. Like I had a lot of knowledge about things and topics. And secretly, it bored my soul. It was so repetitive. I just knew what so many people before me had known as well. So then I tapped in whole another transformation era of my life, which I want to call the era of embodiment, of incarnation, of really questioning life and exploring life by activating my senses. Which for me, as somebody who was so used to isolate oneself from others and the outer world, was quite an amazing challenge to incarnate, to re-embody with this essence of mine into this very world, which is, by the way, pretty challenging. So it was about embodiment. And the moment I tapped into the mysteries and gifts of embodiment, my whole definition of knowledge and intelligence completely changed. Because I was like, oh my God, the more I know here, the more likely it is that I'm stupid, that I'm not only bored, but that I'm kind of boring because I only know answers. And I kind of fear the questions because every question proves that I do not know enough. And from my nowadays point of view, I would say like, how ridiculous is that? How could I unlearn to question? How could I unlearn to celebrate the not knowing? So what I created with this online salon, Kali's Kiss, is something that's fundamentally different from any platform that provides answers. Like you have a question, here's the answer. Do this and it will be sorted out. Do this and it will be fixed. I do not know if anybody needs something to be sorted out or if anybody needs somebody or something to be fixed with. What I do know is that we might benefit from spaces where we celebrate the intelligence, the density of energy, the potential of questions, of not knowing. And the more I experienced that over and over again, the more we share, I discovered a deep, fundamental not knowing about, for example, how to not shrink, how to not hide with my truth when I'm in contact with others. I burst into standing ovations when I hear those questions. Not because I would have a simple answer, do it another way and then it's sorted out, but because I celebrate the courage, the intelligence that has brought you or whomever to this place where this not knowing and where this question comes up. So I do not want us to gather or to meet in the online salon in terms of being consumers and being providers of answers. I want us to gather around the sacredness of questions, around the courage and the depth and the energetic space of question marks. I think we are, at the end of the day, globally and individually, we are not really lacking from those answers that we need. Quite the opposite. We are in an era that is incredibly well informed about answers that would truly work. But we need the space of people being on an embodiment way of questioning, daring the next step, exploring the next thing, daring to do the next mistake. And by that being a breathing example of evolution instead of a stiff differentiation between answer and question, between student and teacher, between good and right. Let's be breathing examples of courageous breath by breath.